how I traded a small account in the beginning. Well, a good example would be Tesla from yesterday. When it started failing intraday, putting in lower highs, held below VWAP, the second short I had on it, that was a perfect example of how I day traded, how I used to day trade. Find these stocks, preferably liquid stocks with big range intraday, and then you look for intraday shorting opportunities. You can have relatively tight stops and get decent risk-reward trades on these things. Like risk $1 to make $3 to $5. So that was a perfect example of a day trade I would have made, and I would have covered into weakness, and I wouldn't have tried to go for a home run like I did on Tesla yesterday. That's a perfect example of how I traded when I had a smaller account. I didn't swing trade, I didn't position trade, I day traded. Every day I tried to find 3 to 5 opportunities. When I was growing a small account, well, it's all about the singles. Don't try to go for home runs. Now I try to go for home runs, but if you have a small account or even a tiny account, I would say, go for singles. Just take the singles and try to be as consistent as you can. Try to avoid drawdowns. And the more bored you are, the better. When you start getting excited, that's when you take a step back. Because that's when things get dangerous. You should be bored out of your mind. That's how you trade a small account. Yeah, exactly. You try to find stocks that have big daily range and preferably are liquid. And then you try to find areas to go long or short. My favorite ones are the ones that are up 3-4 days in a row to go short, and things that are down 3-4% 3-4 days in a row to go long, like mean reversion trades. Those were my favorite ones. They still are, but I don't trade them that much anymore. Only if there are really big opportunities. Like a perfect example would be this CrowdStrike a couple of weeks ago, which I was looking at the short. It was up 3 days in a row and running into declining resistance, and then on this 4th day it found weakness, put in lower highs, and then it faded. And it would have worked both as a day trade and as a swing trade. And on this day here, it had a big update after being down multiple days in a row.